subrosatea.com. We've got a really great lineup for you today. So welcome to everyone. If you're watching this part and there's no red above my head, that simply means you're watching it on the replay. Feel free to use the hashtag replay and shop away. If you're new here, my name is Joy. I'm the owner of Sub Rosa Tea. We're a small company based in Northern Ohio and we'll ship anywhere in the United States. We have well over 100 flavors of loose leaf tea, blooming tea, and matcha. And today's topic, the fountain of youth. We're going to do a deep dive into longevity and how tea will definitely affect how long you live. If you're brand new to shopping with us this way, I'm going to ask that you download our mobile shopping app. You can go to your favorite app store, search for Sub Rosa Tea, which is 3 words, 2 spaces in the middle, Sub Rosa Tea. You'll see it's completely free to download the app. You'll be able to shop via the video. Today's video, I'm actually recording this on Father's Day. So happy Father's Day to all of you that are fathers. And I figure, you know what, my audience is majority women. So no matter what, I would have to say every single person watching this video has at least one thing in common. We all have a father. Specifically, we all had a father who lived long enough to create us. So this is a perfect time to talk about the fountain of youth and how tea affects your health and longevity. Hello, Bernita. Thanks for watching, and I really appreciate it. I love it when you share and spill the tea for us. Thank you so much to everyone who is watching live. I can see your comments whether you're watching on Facebook or on our mobile shopping app, so don't hesitate to ask questions as you have them. I am happy to answer, and if you're watching on the replay, I will still get a notification when you have a question, but you are always welcome to email us at orders@subrosatea.com. If you are brand new here, you can enjoy 15% off your first app purchase by using code NEW15, and we offer free shipping over $75. Today, I really want to talk about the fountain of youth and how it might actually be a cup of your favorite beverage. Right now, my cup is empty, but you know I'm going to fill that in just a few minutes. Did you know that tea has been studied for millennia? We have been drinking tea forever. It has been linked to numerous health benefits in addition to longevity. Tea has been shown to reduce your risk of heart attack. It's been shown to lower your blood pressure, and tea also has the potential to protect against certain cancers. Does that sound too good to be true? Let me ask you a question first. How many cups of tea do you drink in a day? How many cups of tea do you typically drink in a day? How many cups of tea do you think you need to in order to get some health benefits? One study in particular has shown that biological effects of the tea plants actually extend all the way down to the DNA level. Have you ever considered that's what is in your cup could actually change your DNA? It's interesting how the role of disease susceptibility and overall health goes all the way down into your DNA. How your DNA responds and how you respond genetically to something that's going on, like an external force, but an external force like you drinking tea could actually do you some good, especially if you are a daily tea drinker. We've got a couple people live here. One young lady said that she drinks 1 to 2, and the other one said 3 cups. That sounds about standard. I have been in business 9 years now, and I have heard it all. I've heard people tell me that they love our products and they drink just 1 cup a week. I've had people tell me that they drink 8 to 10 cups a day. We have got a staff member who will tell anyone who has the time to listen that he intends to live to be 109 years old. It's a very specific number, and he was very happy to tell you how he calculated it and how he plans to achieve it. And let me tell you, being a daily tea drinker is something that is monumentally high on his list. It is something he can control, even though he can't control how many times his phone rings or how many hours of sleep he gets when he's at home, but he can control how much tea that he drinks, and he is quite serious to achieving that 109-year-old status. So the thing about loose leaf tea, it has many, many benefits, but specifically, you've probably heard me say that loose leaf tea is 10 times healthier for you than tea bag tea. It has polyphenols and catechins. I think just about anyone in my audience, I don't even feel like I need to do this demonstration. I could go out, buy a tea bag, cut it open, put it into a little bowl, and compare it to a serving of loose leaf tea, and you would instantaneously see the difference. I feel like I don't even need to do that. Everyone knows the difference visually. But you might want to consider, again, that loose leaf tea is 10 times the health benefits. We're talking specifically about catechins. Catechins are in the loose leaf tea, and they're a very specific antioxidant that you can find that helps with free radicals. I explain this on occasion, but what free radicals are cells in your body that are kind of just hanging out. On occasion, free radicals will get together, and a group of them is called a tumor. When the we all have them. We all have groups of cells. We all have tumors. But it's not until one of them is acting badly, giving us negative symptoms, pain, a change in our daily existence, that we bother to go to a physician to get them checked out. Sometimes we might have some inflammation, or a lump that we can physically feel, or again, some other part of our systems. Maybe we have a cough, maybe we have a tummy ache, and a scan would show that we have a group of cells called a tumor, and when those tumors are acting badly, we tend to call them cancers. So what the catechins in loose leaf tea does is, as you are drinking them and they're flowing throughout your system, they're going to grab those free radicals and flush them out. Many steps before those free radicals can group together or act badly. Studies have shown that tea drinking benefits you most if you drink 4 to 5 cups a day. And I am talking about the actual tea plant. The tea plant gives us black tea, oolong, green, white, purple, yellow teas, all kinds of fabulous teas. In addition, we sell teas that aren't the tea plant, and they have all kinds of health benefits as well. Bernita just added that her dad drinks 7 cups or more, and he lived into his 90s. I have to agree, in my personal life, the people that I know who have lived 90 plus years, they've all been significant tea drinkers. That might just be a coincidence. I do live in the United States, and I would have to say that globally, people who live longer are tea drinkers. There has been, I think the study was called Blue Zone, if I'm remembering correctly, that the Blue Zone study specifically studied huge groups around the globe, and they took, I think it was just scores of them. Was it well over 100 different factors that they took into consideration? Your marital status and genetics, of course, and what you ate and if you exercised. And all of the people who lived 90 plus years did happen to be tea drinkers. What's also a little interesting, in my opinion, about that is that they lived closer to where tea is actually grown. Tea is grown in several regions across the globe, but it's really not grown in the United States. In the United States, well, you can grow the tea plant. Normally, the tea needs more elevation and more rainfall than we get here in the United States. So there's definitely a correlation. Let's also talk about the best tea, Historically speaking, if I'm watching TV or I'm, in a waiting room and I pick up an article of just a generic magazine, they are going to say, what I have heard and read the most is that green tea is the best. Is that something you've heard too? I'm kind of curious to know, prior to you knowing me and hearing my tea time talks. Have you heard that? Is green tea the best? What do you think? I've got a couple of opinions on that. I kind of feel like green tea, well, let's think about this. If I were a health practitioner, a medical practitioner, and I wanted to help as many of my patients as possible, and I needed to give them a blanket statement to try to help as many of them as possible, like I said, a doctor on television or an article in a magazine, I would probably try to zero in on something that is not only affordable, but very accessible. Would you agree with that? And I think more people in the United States are tea bag tea drinkers. And when you go to the grocery store, you're going to find a very large section of green tea in tea bags. So I'm going to say that's pretty accessible. I would also have to say that green tea is something that when you compare it to other types of tea products, it tends to be very affordable. There are other teas that are definitely higher in antioxidants, such as white tea and yellow tea. We happen to sell both. They are more labor intensive for the tea master, making them slightly more rare and slightly more expensive. When you think about it, when you buy a bag of loose leaf tea, like if you buy our bulk size, that's 100 servings. When you really figure it down to what is the cost per cup, it's very similar, the green and the white and the black tea. But when you're just looking at the bag, one bag of tea might be $1 or $2 more than the green tea is. That doesn't really mean it's more expensive necessarily, but I think, in my opinion, there are teas with higher antioxidants than green tea. Also, you might like to know that the white tea and the yellow tea are lower in caffeine. So if you are someone who is caffeine sensitive, or you don't want to have a lot of caffeine, but you do want all of the health benefits of the catechins, the polyphenols, the antioxidants in the tea plant, you might gravitate towards the white and yellow tea, and you know that you're doing your body good. In my opinion, though, no matter what you read, no matter what you say, the best tea is really the tea you'll drink. I work very, very hard in my job to make sure that the tea that you receive tastes fabulous. Sure, not all people are going to like all of the teas that we sell here at Sub Rosa Tea. I totally acknowledge that. But when you are expecting something, we want it to be exactly what you're expecting. We want it to be spot on, and we want it to be, again, accessible. We want you to be able to drink it. Not only to be able to drink it, but to crave it, to want to drink multiple cups of tea a day. We know it's going to benefit your health, and it's so much better than so many of the other options in the universe. So Bernita just asked, do you have teas that help your stomach? I would have to say there's got to be, probably would give you 3 or 4 different answers. And Bernita, I'm going to wait till the very end, so hang tight because I'm going to loop back into that answer with some of the other topics that I'm going to talk about today, okay? So hang tight for me. Anybody else have questions, don't hesitate to ask. I also have to say that more research is done on hot tea. Why do you think that is? Why do you think people always say you should drink hot tea? Or why is it just assumed that if you're a tea drinker, you want hot tea? Right now, it's like a gazillion degrees outside in the majority of America. I don't know. Are all of you still drinking hot tea when it's this hot outside? I have to say, again, my opinion and all the reading and research that I do, I think that the reason why there is more research dedicated to hot steeping your tea leaves is specifically Because more people across the globe are hot tea drinkers. And I'm going to explain that as well, because you and I both know it gets very hot everywhere else, just like it is right here in the U.S. You have to consider the fact that how lucky I am. I'm not going to speak for everyone in America, but how lucky I am to have very clean, very good tasting, drinkable water right out of my tap. When you're thinking about the globalness of tea and every human on the planet, there are many, many people who don't have that luxury, that they would be naturally inclined to boil their water first before they steep it. In addition, even if they do that, the water still might not taste very good. So you can understand that becoming a tea drinker, adding something that tastes better than their water, adding that to the water would be very beneficial, both for their taste buds and also for their health benefits, of course. They do need to stay hydrated. Research has shown that drinking tea is actually hydrating versus like coffee, alcohol, soda. Those things are known to be dehydrators, but tea is known to be hydrating. So all of the people around the globe who do drink hot tea, it makes sense that more of the research is done on hot tea. But I have to say that if you would like to do exactly what I just did, put my tea into a teapot and pour room temperature or cold water over your leaves, feel free to do that. There have been no studies that have actually resulted in any difference in the catechins received from drinking cold steeped tea. The nice thing, in my opinion, about cold steeping your tea is it won't get bitter and it won't oversteep. Specifically, it's not bruising the tea leaves. That's why it doesn't get bitter. And you can steep your same tea leaves multiple times when you're cold steeping them. The most consumed beverage on the planet. I think a lot of people have heard that, but it has a lot to do with the fact that they just don't have clean drinking water. So drinking tea or tea infused water, leaves, fruits, berries, twigs, anything they can get their hands on, it does make a lot of sense. Tea can affect both I don't know how to say this. Well, let me just start with the fact that the study specifically that I'm going to talk about next is called epigenetics. So if you would like to do more research on that, feel free. It's called epigenetics, and it specifically shows that tea can affect 28 different regions in your body. And for those of you that are women, tea can actually affect your estrogen. I love knowing that because all the studies have shown that it's affecting your estrogen in a very positive way. It can help with menstrual cramps, hormones, hot flashes, you know, all the icky side effects that we go through as women. But the better news is that it's helping estrogen metabolism. So as your body changes, as you go through your life, hopefully making it into your 90s and 100s, that you can be a tea drinker the entire time. I do want to talk about the tea that I just made. Just so you know, I just blended 4 teas together, and it is called our fruit tea bundle. So the teas that I'm going to talk about today are black teas, oolong green tea, and white. And the fruit tea bundle has 4 different flavors, and we sell them in 3 different sizes. We sell the bundle in 3 different sizes. So there's 2 black teas, the afternoon apricot and the raspberry Earl Grey. Those 2 are black teas. And we've got our oolong peach and our blood orange mango. Oops, sorry friends, my bags are full here. We got the oolong peach tea, and the blood orange mango is a green tea. If you're not familiar with fruit tea typically has, anywhere from 4 to 8 different fruit profiles. And the nice thing about each one of those teas is that they are all filled with different fruits. So all 4 of them go together really, really nicely together. And of course, I cold steep them, and this is our Kyoto teapot. The Kyoto glass teapot does make 4 servings of tea. I did use cold water because I intend to drink this cold. The Kyoto glass teapot comes with the infuser basket. So what I did is I put equal parts of all 4 of the teas into my teapot with cold water. We do also sell the fruit tea combo with a mist iced tea jug if you would like to make more than 4 cups of tea. We have each one of those 4 teas available individually. And if you are brand new here, friends, we do sell loose leaf tea. We sell them in 3 sizes. I'm also going to talk about flavored teas today, but you'll see in the queue that we do sell unflavored teas as well. The black tea is called Breakfast Blend. It is a Ceylon. It's an orange peacoat, which means it's those nice tender top leaves. We do sell the oolong by itself. Sencha is our green tea, and the white tea that we sell is peony. Monica just said she needs to invest in a pot or something similar. Oh yes, and I wanted to say, if Vanessa is here, congratulations to Vanessa for making her first sale as an affiliate. I don't know how many of you have signed up, but we did launch an affiliate program just recently this month, so it's new. A lot of you are mobile app shopping users, and I love the mobile app, but there's one limitation, so you will have to go over to the website on occasion. If you go to our website in the footer, which is in the very bottom of every web page, it's called a footer, you will see that there's a click for affiliate sign up, that you can sign up to be an affiliate. You can get your own link. So when you are doing Facebook posts to your friends, your family, if you are in a Facebook group and you want to promote these tea products that you are enjoying, you can include a link. And if anyone clicks that link and then makes a purchase, you get 15% commission. I am paying cash, okay? So you will have to make sure you go into your dashboard and add your PayPal account. As long as you earn at least $10 in commission for the calendar month, I will pay everyone on the last day of the month. I'll run a report of all of your sales, the commission that you earned, and I will PayPal you the money. That'll happen at the end of every month. So congratulations to her. I might not be able to call everyone out on a video. Of course, we're hoping to grow the affiliate program, and we'll see what else we can do. Oh, she's there. Thank you. Oh, good. I'm glad that you're here. Congrats to you, sweetheart. Thank you. It's always nice when, I have to say, so many of you are already doing the hard work. So many of you are already sipping the tea and telling your friends. You're taking your tumbler, you know, when you're meeting your friends, and they're like, oh, what's that tumbler? Or you're posting on Facebook. The fun thing is, I don't think you have to be too tech savvy for this. I think links are really easy when you're just doing social media. But if you didn't notice, in your account, you can grab your own QR code. So if you're out and about, let's say you're, I don't know, you're going to the, where would you go with a girlfriend? You're going to the mall, right? You got your tumbler in your hand, you're at the mall, and your friend says, oh my gosh, I have to get one of those tumblers. I bet you've got your cell phone on you, and I bet she does too. That you can pull up your personal QR code. She pulls up the camera app on her cell phone, and she just snaps a picture of the QR code, and that will immediately link her to our website, but your affiliate account. Isn't that cool? So if she purchases off that, I just love how easy it is for you to do what you're already doing. I know you guys are already out there promoting us, so the least I can do is that. Back to the tea. I am going to talk about black tea first. Let's see, I already talked about the fruit tea, the 4 in the fruit tea bundle. I wanted to talk about the black cinnamon next. I think a lot of people know that cinnamon is good for your metabolism. Every time I am craving cinnamon, I am so thankful that we have so many teas because they really do satisfy my taste buds, but I love that they're revving my metabolism a little bit and just really doing their job. This black cinnamon tea is not like the other cinnamon teas we sell. This has hot cinnamon in it, so it's more like Big Red Gum. It's not Inferno. It's kind of like red hot candies, but like I said, it's not Inferno hot, but it's a hot cinnamon, not a sweet cinnamon. Next up is Coconut Truffle. Coconut Truffle is like a Mounds candy bar. This again is a black tea. It does have coconut and cocoa beans. If you're new here, we do have a caffeine-o-meter right on the package. It'll tell you how much caffeine is in each cup. All of our teas can be steeped hot or cold. Like I said, I am cold steeping and I'm making myself some fruit tea right now that has 2 black teas, an oolong and a green. But the instructions are right on the package, and I point that out again because not only if you're new here, but if you're new to loose leaf tea or if you're buying it as a gift, I don't want you or them to be intimidated. I remember my first time drinking loose leaf tea. I want it to be a really pleasurable experience for you. This one is Fireside Chai. Fireside Chai, again, is a black tea. This has got more of a sweet cinnamon taste, but it's got a blend of other notes. Chai is typically cinnamon, ginger, and cardamom. Our tea does have some vanilla in it. It's fabulous. I love it as a latte. We're going to swing over to the green teas, which are naturally low in caffeine. This is Berry Bliss. It's got elderberry, goji berry, and raspberry in it. It is fabulous. It does have a little ginseng, so it's got just that little pop and depth of flavor in the background. I also pulled our cucumber mojito. The mojito is a green tea and it's got lime and mint. Bernita had asked about teas that are good for your stomach. Mint definitely is in the list. I have to say, sometimes I suffer from like an acidic stomach. Sometimes I suffer from a sour stomach. So it just depends. Do I want the coolness of peppermint for my tummy troubles, or would I perhaps want ginger instead? So I think those are kind of 2 different ailments and 2 different answers for you. Next up is honey lemon. This does have honey and lemongrass and bee pollen. This one I highly recommend if you have seasonal allergies because it has lemongrass, which is known to be good for your fluids. A lot of you have pressure in your ear and your sinuses. And, you know, less is more, right? We want that. We want that to drain. And lemongrass is really good for your entire lymph system. Next up is Schizandra Berry. Schizandra is a super fruit. We used to pop up, we used to go to farmers markets and festivals and fairs and craft shows, and I had a customer who would come to see me very regularly, and she loved this tea, but she always called it Schizoberry, and I don't know her name, and I don't know where she is now. But this Schizoberry, I tell you, it's good stuff. Like I said, it's a super fruit. This tea does have the berry, pomegranate, and ginger. So it's good hot or cold for sure. I'm going to pop on over to some white teas next. Like I said, white teas are higher in antioxidants and lower in caffeine than a green tea is. This is one of our best-selling white teas. It's Blackberry Merlot. This is a white tea. It also has blackberry and sage. The sage makes it taste oaky like Merlot. It is fabulous. I love, love, love Blackberry Merlot. Next up, Fuzzy Navel. Fuzzy Navel is another white tea that we sell a lot of, really this time of year because it's just so good cold steeped. It does have exactly what you would expect, lots of fruit. It's got apple and orange, peach, and mango. And because today's topic is the fountain of youth, we circled all the way back to the white tea called Good Fortune. Good Fortune is a white tea and it's got jasmine and rose. So this tea is definitely floral in taste and smell. It's fabulous. Definitely good hot or cold. Do remember, if you are drinking white and green tea, do not use boiling water. It does have a reminder right here. Boiling water is best for your black and your oolong and your caffeine-free, your herbal teas. But we want steaming water for green and whites. They can get bitter very easily. They can get grassy tasting if the water is too hot. So right in the middle, steaming water. Which brings me to my programmable kettle. We do sell programmable kettles. What's really nice about the kettle, it's electric, so you can plug it in, which is lovely. And you can program it not just for your tea, which of course I hope that you do, so with your green and your white and your oolong teas. But you can also program it even less, like for oatmeal or hot chocolate, which I think is really fun. I mean, I can think of just, gosh, I use my kettle for just about everything, really. It definitely heats water, I'm going to say, at least half the time of a microwave. Oh, so much faster than the stovetop. I don't even know. I mean, I haven't tried to make myself a cup of tea on the stove in so many years, I don't even know anymore. But really, the electric programmable kettle is just fabulous. Also makes a nice gift if you're looking for someone. And of course, we've got our insulated glass mug last in the queue because I'm going to pour myself a cup of tea because, of course, we're talking about the fountain of youth. Now, this tea has only steeped just a few minutes. I'm very, I gotta take a sip. Oh, it's perfect. I would say normally I would steep it longer, but it's spot on. It's absolutely perfect. How long has it been? 10, 15 minutes? It's great. Cold steeping does take a little longer than hot steeping. Hot steeping really only takes like 1 to 3 minutes. Maybe with a rooibos, I would steep it 6 to 8 minutes, but it just doesn't take long. So with these teas, absolutely perfect, just a couple of minutes. We do also sell tumblers. Not in the queue today, but if you are looking for something on the go, we sell those as well. If Bernita is still here, I also wanted to bring up, because you had asked about tummy teas for tummy. So of course, the peppermint and the ginger are the first two I would recommend. I also have to say in this conversation that I recommend licorice root for maybe not tummy so much, but esophagus. If you are suffering from acid reflux, I think it feels like it starts in your tummy, but it hurts in your chest. That licorice root is good for that. My father-in-law was literally about ready to have surgery when I heard how bad it was, and I was like, dude, let's take a couple weeks, see if the licorice root can help. And it's been years now. It has been years of him drinking the licorice root every single day. He has had no pain and never did have to have surgery. I'm so happy for him. Also in this conversation, I know you asked about your tummy, but I have to say chamomile is known to be good for lower down digestion type issues. So it might not be directly tummy related, but to me, it's all in my head. It's all what I eat. It's all connected. So chamomile might be also a good option. Make sure you steep that at rolling bubble, really, really hot. I want boiling water, a rolling bubble on your water, and steep your chamomile at least 5 to 6 minutes, even 10 minutes. We have flavored chamomiles. We sell chamomile plain, it doesn't matter. But if you have lower down tummy troubles, often that's a really good one. And we have teas that have both, okay? We have teas with chamomile and mint, chamomile and ginger. So just depending on, what you think your issue is, or whomever you're asking for. I don't want to just point you out. It might not even be you. But anyway, Tina, if you've still got a question and you're still here, make sure you email me, okay, Tina? Orders at subrosatea.com, and I will definitely get back to you. Thank you for your interest. I really appreciate it. So I have to say, I don't see any other questions right now that we're live, friends. I hope you enjoyed this presentation of how tea can be the answer to your quest for the fountain of youth. Thank you so much for watching, friends. No matter what you do with the rest of your day, have yourself a cup of tea and take care of you. Bye-bye, friends.